everyone is invited to be the guest of Temple Emanu for the High Holy Days. Rabbi Samuel Kohan is back here again to tell us about the festivities. Rabbi, the High Holy Days, we are inviting everyone.
We are. We have a Be Our Guest program at Temple Emanu in which anyone can come. You do have to call ahead first. And register because we want to make sure we have all your information. And in this age of security, it's always a good idea.
Yeah.
But we're delighted to have everyone come as our guests for the greatest holidays in the Jewish year. They're actually called the High Holy Days, the Yamim Noraim. You don't have to say that. And we wish everybody a Lishana Tova, a good new year. That you can say. I can teach you to say that.
Not that I would do a very good job, but if somebody doesn't know what the High Holy Days are, tell us what they are and what the rituals that go with each.
Sure. So the Jewish High Holy Days are very different from sort of the American New Year. This is the beginning of the Jewish New Year. We follow the cycles of the moon, the lunar calendar. And instead of, throwing a big party with a bunch of champagne and drinking too much and watching football the next day, for Jews, we take this as a time to try to return, do what we call tshuva, return to the greatest part of ourselves, the best that's within us. Return to the people we love most, to apologize to anyone we've offended in the past year, and to seek to improve in the 77 year, the coming year, and live our lives as well as we possibly can. So on Rosh Hashanah, we have the sound of the shofar, which awakens us. It's supposed to wake us up out of a year-long slumber and have us return to the people around us and to the best within us. And then we also have anything sweet for the sweet New Year. So we have apples and honey here. We have honey cake. Anything made with honey, anything sweet is an appropriate food to eat. And of course, wouldn't be a Jewish holiday without food.
This is true. I have learned that.
Absolutely. And we'll leave some of that with you. You get a chance to taste it. I thought I'd tell you a little bit about shofarot. The shofar was used to herald every new month. So, there wasn't effective calendars. Nobody had an app for their phone in the ancient world to tell them what the day was or the time. And so the shofar was used to sound the beginning of the new month, which they saw in the, they could see the moon, the new moon, and in particular the new year. So we have a series of calls, and you're supposed to blow well over 100 blasts from the shofar on Rosh Hashanah morning. Not sure that it exactly turns out to be that, but it's a really great opportunity to hear a real primitive but primal and beautiful instrument awaken you, and you can't hear the shofar and remain, asleep or seated. Brought a few different ones. This is a traditional Ashkenazic shofar, and I'll give you, each one sounds a little different, and it's a way to kind of bring people in. And at Temple Emanu, we have a series of people blowing shofar. So there's a whole shofar choir up on the pulpit, the bima. They blow the shofar, and it goes all the way back. Different people kind of picking up the call and blasting it themselves. So it's really a great sound. So this is kind of a standard shofar sound. And that's the tekiah, the standard call. And then I brought a couple of kind of specialty shofarot. This is a Moroccan shofar, bought it in Marrakesh, Morocco, from the last shofar maker of Marrakesh.
Oh, and it gets its own special...
Yeah, it has its own special shofar box. I've never seen this anywhere else. And I have a very long story about, going on the back of a motobakan scooter behind a guy who didn't speak any language I knew and figuring they were going to murder me, and instead took me around the corner, and I found a bunch of shofarot and bought this incredible shofar and a bunch of others for other rabbis. So this is a little different sound, and it goes like this.
That definitely is different.
Yeah, really sharp sound, isn't it? Now, also the very traditional shofar. It can be made from any kind of kosher animal, and it's designed. It also should sound good. But abrupt. We're trying to turn back to everything that we should be doing in life, and that's a good lesson at any time. And on Rosh Hashanah, it's a celebration. It's joyous, but it's also serious. It's a really interesting combination. This is an ibex horn, and they started coming over. It's from Israel, the homeland of the heart for so many Jews, really all Jews. And again, you'll hear kind of a different sound. This is the third call. It's a trua, and it was used as a really definite kind of catalyzing call.
Wow.
Okay, and that's really kind of a sharp sound. You can blow any of these that you want if you like. I'm happy to share.
You, Rabbi. Well, I'm going to remind everybody when all of this takes place, and then, of course, how they can get a hold of you to let them
Thank you so much. So October 2nd, this Sunday night, is the beginning of Rosh Hashanah, the Jewish New Year. The first day is the 3rd. We have family services at 8:30 in the morning. We have a Tot service at 8:30. The main service is at 10 o'clock with all the shofars and everything.
Yeah, and we're actually going to put that on our screen so everybody can see, because I know there is so much to kind of go through. But some of Temple Emmanuel's upcoming events are listed on your screen right now, so take a look. But if you want more complete details beyond this, you can give them a call at 327-4501. Like the rabbi said, you need to let them know you'll be coming, or visit tetucson.org as well.